What is up, guys? This video is kinda more real talk than anything. We're gonna talk about probably the most important thing to climbing, the kind of secret, I guess, the thing basically every other educator, streamer, whatever doesn't really talk about. If you end up liking this video, then throw it a like, dislike it if you didn't, and let me know what you guys think. The real secret is actually just time. The actual time spent playing the game, experience with the league. This is something most people just don't talk about, and it might be because it's not making them look very good. I'm not trying to be a dick here. I'm not trying to make anyone else seem like a dick. But if I say to you, hey, look at all these things I do that let me climb to diamond, it makes me look better than if I say, hey, look, I just played way too much league and now I'm really good at it. It's a dumb way to approach this, so I'm going to dispel this myth and really show you what it takes to get challenger or whatever you want from league. I'm not just spouting this out of my ass. I was ATLP in Diamond 1 Season 3 before Master Tier existed. That was basically pro level, and honestly, it's partly because I played so much and I tried hard almost every game. I put a lot of time into getting good at league. I watched the best players, I tried to improve, I put the time into practice when I wanted to avoid studying. I'm going to give you a few examples and I'm going to start with me. I think that's only fair. Season 2 was the first season I played ranked in. I played about 500 games with my top 10 champions and about 1,000 total. In Season 3 I played pretty much the same, 504 games with my top 10, again about 1,000 total. In Season 4 I played on a semi-competitive kind of serious team, so I spent more time in ranked 5s and I refined my champion pool down more. I played 577 games with my top 10 champs and just under 1,000 total. In Season 5, so last season, I spent way more time with YouTube and I only played 245 games with my top 10 and 385 total, but I did play a lot on my other accounts, so probably like 700, 800 total. Now let's look at someone else, and let me just preface this by saying Nightblue is an amazing streamer and educator. He does a really good job at teaching people and I honestly recommend him. I love using this example because it shows you exactly what I'm talking about and people look up to him, and they should. So in Season 2 he played 1,465 games with his top 10 champions, around 2,000 games total. In Season 3 he played 1,636 games with his top 10 champs, around 2,500 total games. In Season 4 he played 1,530 games with his top 10 champs and around 2,000 games total. And finally in Season 5 he played 1,002 games with his top 10 champs, around 1,400 total. Remember that he is a big streamer, he plays this game for a living, so he will play more, and in Season 5 it's a little bit lower because he did a lot more unranked to diamond stuff. My point is that Nightblue has 8,000 games played just in ranked, just on that one account. He put an absolute ton of practice in to become an amazing player. The truth is, this is how most people are. He isn't a god, neither am I. Very few challenger players are naturally amazing to start with. He's played over double the games that I have. If I had played 2,000 games a season instead of 1,000, then I'd probably be challenger as well, and that is the point. If you put enough time into this game, then you can achieve what you want from it. You do have people who are just naturally really good at games to start with. A lot of those will have also come from other games though before coming to League. Like me and my brother both played Counter-Strike a ton before we played League, and I personally think that helped a lot when starting the game out. Like how it gave us an edge, I guess, general mouse control, and at least reactions too. This isn't going to fit everyone, okay, but this is the majority of people you see. If they're high elo, they've probably played an absolute ton of League. It's not even just League anyway, it's any game. Look at Counter-Strike, it's even more true there. Almost all the professional players have been playing for years. They're like household names since the 1.6 days. Obviously some newer players are coming up and we get some rookies and stuff like that, but the majority of pros you see have invested thousands and thousands of hours into the game. This is the biggest thing. It's great watching my videos, right, watching streamers, but you have to put the practice in and apply what you've learned and play a lot if you want to climb properly. Not everyone has that kind of time to invest in League though. We can't just sit here and play the game 24/7, and the game has been out for a few years now, so you're kind of playing catch up in a way. We're going to go over some things that you can do to maximize your time spent, so like getting more out of the practice that you have. Watching videos and streamers will help build your knowledge up and mean you don't have to figure things out for yourself. This is probably the biggest thing of all the things I teach you guys. You could learn and realize just by playing, but instead you're using my experience to save you time and save you doing it yourself. When you're watching gameplay especially, you want to keep asking yourself why. Why does he base now? Why is he trading now? Why does he build this item? Whatever it is. Some streamers like Nightblue, me, Fox, Huz, Valkyrian will often explain as we go, so you don't need to figure it out for yourself, but asking why will give you the reasoning behind behind something and allow you to apply it in your games. This is actually quite a big deal. We're moving away from copying a certain action in a certain situation to using that skill or reasoning we now have in a whole bunch of different situations. Being a tryhard is important. It's kind of sad actually that when I say tryhard, everyone is going to instantly assume I mean a bad thing. It's not a bad thing at all. You should be trying your best. You should be doing everything you can, trading a lot, concentrating on your CS, not just sitting back and not doing much. But this is a game, and obviously you have to find a balance between try hard and fun. It's a little hard to explain, so I'll tell you what I do when I want to take the game really seriously. I trade all the time, even if it's just an auto here and there, even if it won't make a big difference, I'm going to do it anyway. I concentrate on my CS. If I die, I think of ways I could still win a fight or what I'm going to do now. I call objectives, I talk a lot in chat, I give my jungler information like flashes so he might do something. When I'm streaming and stuff like that or playing with my friends, I am way more relaxed. I just farm, I guess. I trade if it's obvious. I try to fight people, but I don't do all of these little things really. Playing to improve, not to win, is actually a big deal. If you set your sights on becoming a master level player, then it doesn't really matter if you lose a few games along the way, so it's not going to affect you as much. You want to focus on what you can and what you could do. Figure out what you've learned from the game, what you could do better, or what you did well. Every time I die, I try to work out what I could have done better. Normally when you die, it's because of a mistake in some way or another. If there was anything I could do in the game, or just accept that sometimes your team is too bad and you're not going to win it. The idea with this is you'll see improvement faster in a fewer number of games, which will mean that long term you'll actually climb higher with fewer games played. Now before we end this video, I just want to mention a website called opinionoutpost.com. You can earn gift cards or cash or a bunch of different things actually. It's free to join, and basically research companies will pay people to answer their surveys on a bunch of different stuff. Anyway, you can go check them out, link is down below, and if you're ever bored or sitting in dynamic queue times, champion select, you can do one of these and earn something while you're sitting there. That wraps up this video though. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, share, but for now, let's go to the robots.